Hey guys, Tom itself here. Yesterday's Battlefield 3 video, a quick little seasonal laugh. Apparently had some issues getting into sub boxes. I'm told some people did not see it, so go ahead and check that out if you haven't. I'll put a link on the screen now and another one in the description. Just some clips I had pulled together for a quick laugh. Anyway, I want to talk about YouTube stuff this video, not so much gaming, so beware. This is something that affects video makers and maybe a little bit the audience. I want to kind of talk about where I think things might be headed. What I want to talk about is publishers flagging videos. But first I need to give some background for those of you who aren't all up to speed on the whole YouTube thing. Your typical everyday non-partnered YouTuber, such as myself, cannot monetize gameplay. That's just one of YouTube's rules. You can't put your own ads through them on your gameplay videos. Reason for that is fairly simple. The publishers own the rights to all of the assets in the games. The images, the artwork, the audio, everything. It's theirs, and you need their permission to post it. So maybe you could claim fair use for some things, in some situations, but not most of it. And even then, if they say no, you're not going to outlawyer them. It's just not going to happen. It's not worth your time. And so small channels, you're not going to make money on your videos. For everybody else, YouTube has made it fairly easy to get into that whole putting ads on your content. Even though you don't make a whole lot of money for each ad that's shown, it's fractions of a cent. If you get tens of thousands of views, it can add up and you can make some money. That's how the big channels work. Small channels like myself, it's kind of like, why do I want to bother? Because it really wouldn't make much. But nonetheless, that's not the point here. Until fairly recently, if you uploaded gameplay that you didn't have permission from a publisher for, one of two things would happen with that. Well, first is they could claim copyright and have it pulled down, and that would be the end of it. And the other one is they could just kind of ignore it and it would stay up. Now, you couldn't monetize it, you couldn't put ads on it without an agreement from them, because that would get you in trouble. But otherwise, it could just stay up and it was kind of like free advertising for them. However, recently, EA and NCSoft, the two I'm aware of, from Battlefield 3 and Guild Wars, respectively, have started flagging videos from small YouTubers who don't have permission. And basically what this means is that their ads run on those videos. In the case of Battlefield 3, a lot of the times it's as simple as a link to buying the game from Origin. So, okay, but it could be something as much as a full pre-video ad or pop-ups in the video, all the normal kinds of stuff. And the publishers make money from those ads. Now, it's the exact same thing you would see if you had been partnered with a network like Machinima, Yoush, Pixel Enemy, one of those gameplay networks, and in which case the channel would be making money on those ads, but in this case, just the publisher is taking their cut, and no one else is getting anything. Now with these networks, large channels, they have an agreement or a contract with the publishers in order to get a significant portion of the ad revenue from the ads that show on those videos. That's how those companies get paid, is all on ads. Now, if a little channel like myself was to go to a publisher and say, hey, I want to license some content for YouTube, I haven't tried it, but anecdotal evidence I've heard says they probably wouldn't even bother with you because they'd spend as much on postage as anything else, I get the feeling. So it's kind of like, no, they're not going to bother with you. Unless we end up in this situation where, partnered or not, you're seeing ads, the viewers are seeing ads. Now, that was kind of one of the perks of, maybe the content's not quite as good, but at least you don't have to watch the ads. I don't know, just throwing that out there. But it doesn't matter. The only difference is that in one situation, non-partnered channels don't have a network backing them with lawyers and big corporations, and the people who do are able to get the money from those ads that are being shown. So I hope you can appreciate how small channels like myself feel. Well, it's certainly not a change we like, maybe even a bit singled out because we're not partnered. I don't know, I think my biggest gripe is that, hey, my viewers have to watch ads now and I don't get paid for it. Nonetheless, that's the publisher's prerogative in this case. I don't really mind the links to buy Battlefield 3. Heck, if there was a way to put the game I was playing, if a link to that, I think I'd go ahead and do that. Fine, whatever. That doesn't bother me. But the pre-roll ads, I'm sorry. I just assumed let you guys start watching the videos right away. Okay, but here's the funny part. This cracks me up. The process is not automated like it is for audio. Audio will usually kick in within a couple minutes after you've uploaded. They'll figure out what it was. For video, it's not the case. Now, video makers like myself, or when we're posting something like Battlefield, we want people to be able to find that. So it's labeled Battlefield, the tags, the title, the description. It all says, hey, this is Battlefield, because I want people to be able to find it in the search results. That's the big idea of how to grow a channel. Nonetheless, EA is fairly infrequent about going through and grabbing everything. Guys, it's already in one big playlist. And in fact, the last time they went through and got most of my stuff looks to be mid-July, so at least 2 months now. Again, so they had someone go through and search for the stuff and then flag it. Now, because they're so infrequent about it, they don't catch it within a couple of days when it's posted, when it gets most of the views. So I would be very surprised if they made more money on the ads that have been shown because they flagged my videos than they spent paying the person to go through and do it. I say that, but then I think it's probably an unpaid intern that probably did that. You win, EA. You win. Nonetheless, I would still offer to flag the videos when I upload them if I get a cut. Oh, that's just an idea. Again, it wouldn't be a whole lot, but I'm just thinking out loud here. Really, what I'm curious to see what would happen is now if YouTube would become partnering for gameplay commentary. Since they're already paying the publishers, they've already got that set up, as you see the ads already running, maybe they could work something out. YouTube could take over the role of companies like Machinima, Yoush, Pixel. I don't know, I'm just throwing ideas out here. Now, the thing is, kind of a middleman there in some situations. What you get out of those partnering networks varies from person to person. Who knows? I think one thing some people miss out on is things like there are multiple levels there. For example, I think Full Screen, probably never heard of them, but they're the partner network of Yoush. A popular network, you've probably heard of them. So again, there are quite a few levels of middlemen taking their cut. Maybe YouTube wants to step in and offer something a little less, be the same. Certainly be a lot easier. Maybe? I don't know, but I would definitely say that the networks would fight them on this. So, who knows how that would go. Nonetheless, if that did happen, the networks would be encouraged to make sure they provide some more service rather than just the ability to be paid for the ads that run and have things like thumbnails, because those are the major benefits of being partnered, right? There are a couple things that this flagging process should definitely avoid, and I don't see how they would make these mistakes. But first of all, gameplay videos for the most part are free advertising, especially multiplayer. It's people wanting to share with their friends what they're doing in multiplayer games. That's perfectly normal, and if it's good, it's going to make other people want to buy the game, want to play the game. Second of all, this is how YouTube talent is developed. Making videos, developing an audience around mostly a personality, and that's how YouTube has gone. That's the way it's gone. And killing that just doesn't make any sense at all. How are you going to develop new talent on this scene if you shut down small channels? So that's not the concern. However, they're going to continue to crack down on pre-release stuff. That's still going to be a thing because increasingly the advertising departments are more and more controlling the message that's getting out there pre-release. Once it's out there, though, it's in the public, and they really can't do a whole lot, because if they tried to start taking down unfavorable videos, well, that would just we know the internet, and that would just horribly backfire. Anyway, guys, just a few thoughts on the situation. I want to thank you for watching, and we'll get back to gaming-focused commentary soon, hopefully with some new games. We'll see what happens. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.